African American man and an African American woman, and it seemed like they have like lost their place in their role in the American society. So I want to ask you a question. What do you feel like your role is as an African woman as it pertains to being in a relationship with your man? Because we got a lot of this gender war stuff going on. So I want to ask you that question, you know what I mean? So we can get the perspective of an African woman on how she feel like, how you feel like you should be in a relationship with your man and things of that nature.
That's a very good question. Actually, being in a relationship, sometimes with whatever is going on, sometimes it's messed up because people really don't want to understand each other, and so that they can synchronize everything and work things together. Yeah.
Right. So what do you feel like your role is as an African woman in a
So
relationship?
for my role is to really know myself first, and what I really want.
She cooking.
So that also I know my man, and everything around him, so that I can really understand him better. And this one will now help us to know now our roles in the relationship. Because way back, we have the gender roles, like women were supposed to cook, they were supposed to clean, they were supposed to take care of the children. But with the modernization, everything has changed. Because now even women are now working. So, we can really not really say this is your role.
Right.
We have to really know each other so that everything will just come into place. Actually.
Right. So you basically saying it's like it's situational, basically, according to the two parties who in a relationship together. Cause it ain't like a black and white thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more. It ain't like a black and white thing. It's more so. It varies person to person, like how y'all relationship dynamic is, you know what I mean? You might work and he might work and y'all both bring money together, or if you got an idea or a dream, he can support you. Or he got an idea or a dream or a vision for y'all and you can support him.
We support each other.
And y'all can work together.
Let's say I'm sick, he can help with the kids. He can prepare food for the kids when I am not able. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, we need to really understand each other, so that when someone does something that is not your role, we are doing it because we really want to be in this relationship and also to move forward as a family. So I think it is basically, it depends. Depends with the situation. And your partner and everything just around you. Because if we put it in black and white, it will bring a lot of confrontation, like just the way everything is going on right now.
And it's not a reality. It's not a reality. You might see, on the media how they show the family with the big house and 2 children. But the thing is, you gotta work your way to get to that point. That ain't how you start out. You know what I'm saying? So they giving us this fake image of how a relationship dynamic should be, or how a relationship dynamic should go. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the relationship dynamics get messed up at, because we feeling like we have to be at a certain point to have love. We got to be at a certain point to have friendship. We got to be at a certain point to have relationship. But the reality of it is, when we connect our good values, good character, and we just coexist according to those good characters and standards we have for ourselves and each other, then we can build a solid foundation, and everything else around us will be built upon those good characters and values that we share.
We share.
So man, that's definitely real, and I feel like it's just everything just fake nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Everything just fake. Everybody just supposed to come ready made and packaged like that. But the reality of it is, because people see how the Asians living, the Chinese living, the Arabians living, the white people living. But the reality is, like, as African people, we done been through so much. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta relate and connect and kind of work this thing out together in a different way.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Our ways also,
and know our own ways. You see what I'm saying? And be patient with each other and work together. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, it's like our power is in our unity. You see what I'm saying? But how we gonna be able to make that power manifest if we just everybody just on the island of their own? You know what I'm saying? Because when we work together, come together, have conversations and things of that nature, it's like we add on to each other. You know what I'm saying? By you telling me certain things I ain't look at it in that way, I'm like, wow, I can look at it that way. And you know, I tell you certain things, you can look at it a different way and be like, wow, I ain't looking at it that way, and we could just have a collective consciousness, you know what I mean? By way of a mind link and a soul link and a spiritual link, you know what I mean? So we can just grow and build together. So I like the way you put that, because it ain't just about a role. It's more
than that. It's more than that. Yeah.
It's about each individual person and how y'all get along and coexist.
And you are together.
That's deep as fuck on life. I got another question. For a person looking to find a partner to build and grow with, do you feel like Kenya is a good country to come to for that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's we are really nice people. Yeah. But I recommend you guys should know each other after knowing yourself first. Just the way being self-aware, it really helps in so many ways. To avoid certain distractions or certain disagreements between you guys. So I think we are good people. We are beautiful women around. So the African the African American who wants to come here, we have a lot of beautiful souls here, but I recommend you learn the surrounding, the culture, and also get to learn an African woman in Africa. Because as an African American, I suppose it's different on the other side.
It is a little different. It is a little different.
You should learn the African ways. The women here, you should learn about them and spend more time with them. Don't rush anything. Try to understand an individual so that they also can understand you back. So after that, I think you can just find yourself a beautiful match.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So like you said, it's about like understanding each other, the cultural backgrounds, the trauma, and everything we've been through, so we can coexist in the right way. It's definitely about building a relationship, having conversations, and just working together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to have this idea of how an African woman gonna be, or how an African American man or woman gonna be, but actually coming here and getting to know each other and talking to each other, that's what's gonna really make the change. Because you can speculate in your mind all you want, but if you ain't making that leap or that step to get here and to build with an African man or woman or grow together, then you won't truly know. You just gonna be speculating like, oh, they just they got these type of women, they got these type of men over there, you know what I mean? And some of those stereotypes do be true, but to really know, you gotta actually get here on the ground and relate and communicate and
so that you
get to know each other, so you can actually understand, like you said.
Communication is powerful also. So don't be so rigid, be flexible. To understand someone, learn their ways so that you really can understand them deeply. And until then you can have your match. But if you are rigid, you are that they should be like this, then when you come down here, they are nothing like what you said back then. Then you'll be like, no, I'm never gonna have someone here. But it's because you are rigid in your mind, so you are not flexible enough to even understand whatever is going on here.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's real talk. Hey, those some beautiful points. Beautiful points. So how do you feel like we could bridge the gap between African Americans and Africans on the continent of Africa?
Okay, first of all, the way I said, we really need to learn our ways, even us Africans who are in Africa. We really need, because we have lost paths, we have lost ways from our ancestors. We are not there, but we really need to go back and find where we lost the path. And that one we need everyone to help in. yeah, from our parents, the government, and everyone. And also to the African Americans, I'm really not sure how they are living on the other side, but if also they can be more aware of their roots, like the African roots, I
Right,
think
right.
it can help them, shape them to their ancestral path, yeah,
Yeah.
so that to know how to live as a black person, and also not to forget the ways and indulge in other people's ways, but also they should have their own ways on how they should be handling things, and also being around other people, because now let's say they are in another world, yeah, the African Americans, yeah, they're in another world. So I suppose most of them maybe they are feeling like marginalized, and they're like, I don't have ancestors, I don't have the grandparents, so they really even don't know where they come from, so they're just lost somewhere trying to fit in. And so I think if they are made aware of the history of the African ancestors, I think it can really bring an impact.
Bring us together, yeah. And the way I look at it as well, it's like also about us coming together, you know what I'm saying? Some Africans, like African Americans, not just like not even having to relocate, but at least visit to have conversations with Africans on the continent, learn about the history, learn about the culture, what y'all been through in the culture, and also what we've been through, because we've been split up from each other for over 400 years. Like even though we got Africans who were already in America before slavery and things of that nature, for the most part they washed away our true history for like over 400 years, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's about us coming together in a real way and having them conversations and figuring out things we can create together, bridge them cultural gaps, because the thing is, it's like
an exchange program.
Yeah, right. Because the thing is, like, on both sides, we kind of lost our ways in certain ways, but also those differences that we've picked upon, we can bring those together to kind of learn and grow in a different way. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like everything that happened to us happened to us for a reason, so we won't never go back to the things we went through. You see what I'm saying? It's like the ancestors universe had to put us through certain trials and tribulations so we can learn from those things, so we won't never go back to those things as a people. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like everything happens for a reason. Everything that happened to us was crazy, but I feel like now we started to become more self-aware, because we're in the age of Aquarius, we're in the age of information, we got the internet and things of that nature. So I feel like that's a beautiful thing, so we can get kind of back to who we used to be as a powerful people and as a powerful nation. So I think it's gonna start from us just having those conversations, coming together and understanding each other more. That's the first start, and then everything else gonna kind of build from that point when we bring our minds together and our energy together,
and exchange ideas and all that.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I
the
think
government
so
should help us do
They
that.
should. They
exchange
should.
programs should start.
Nah, for real though, for real. That's facts. That's real talk. So, what advice would you give to African Americans that's looking to visit or relocate to the continent of Africa?
Oh, they are welcomed. Actually, Africa is a nice place. Yeah, so they're really welcome, so that we get to even know them and also know how they live on the other side. Because when you are in Africa, we are like, we want to visit America, we want to visit where, and we really don't know what's waiting for us there.
You don't know the half of what we go through over there, because the media, they gave y'all an image of how America is, but they only give y'all this image so they can brain drain Africa, so y'all can go over there, build the American society, build Europe and things of that nature, so y'all can neglect what's on the continent, so the Mzungu or the white people can come here and take the resources while y'all trying to go over there in droves, so they can take over the continent and claim it as their own. You see what I'm saying? So they give y'all these images of showing America as this beautiful place to be, or Europe as this beautiful place to be and wonderful place to be, so you can go there, put your time, energy, and money into their societies and economy, so you can build America up, so they can come over here and take what's ours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So also,
So what so what advice, what advice would you give to African Americans looking to visit or relocate? What advice would you give?
Oh, I would really encourage them to do so. At least have somewhere where you can call them your people. Yeah. You know, when they're on the other side, they're like, this is not our land. Deep inside, I know some of them think this is not the place I'm supposed to come from, but they are stuck there because they are not aware of whatever is waiting them on this other side. But the only way to find out is to visit and really see for yourself. Then you might like it. So I think it is advisable for them to just visit and just see what African holds. And so if someone wants to relocate, it is good to do so if they want. If someone just want to visit, but they can have at least somewhere where they know, that's my home, I visited that place, I met some friends, I can call them brothers, so that they don't feel so lost.
Right. So basically, like, the advice you got is just come visit. Come visit. You know what I'm saying?
Come visit and live.
Start
your generation from
this side. Yes, absolutely.
Even if you are going back to work.
Because the reality of it is, I ain't gonna get into the details about America. America is coming to an end. The dollar is falling. BRICS has formed an alliance. Y'all know the alliance of the BRICS. And then the Sahel Alliance with Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. A lot of things are turning around in Africa. So you want to before America completely fall, you want to get over here. You know, plant your feet, plant your roots, man. Because when America comes crumbling down, man, y'all don't want to be over there, man. Y'all want to come over here where it's safe, you know. Africa has its issues, you know what I mean, and things of that nature, but man, how America about to look in the next couple years, because Africa we're voting and making change and becoming more powerful. It's gonna be hard and ugly, you know, for America, you know what I mean? And it's just time to get out of the American society, get away from France and come back home. Get out of Canada and come back home. Get out of the U.S. and come back home, so we can rebuild the continent and grow with our brothers and sisters on the continent, so we can be a more stronger and powerful nation. You see what I'm saying? Because the reason we have all these problems anywhere and everywhere as Africans is because Africa, our base is not where it should be. But it's getting there. But it's not where it should be. So when we come home when Africans at the Diaspora come back home with their expertise and their know-how and things of that nature, and we work together, build together, and grow together, we definitely gonna be the powerful nation that we seek to be. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like she said, come visit. You know what I'm saying? Come
get yourself a beautiful woman and
and a family. Yes, absolutely. Because the Kenyan people are beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanna start your family off on a good, clean, healthy slate. So you know what I mean? In Africa, they don't deal with racism, discrimination, none of that bullshit. You know, it's just Africa for the Africans, you know what I'm saying? So you find you a Kenyan man, you know, or you come over here and find you a Kenyan woman, or any other just about to be Kenyan, anywhere on the continent.
Anywhere
you find you a African partner, you get to basically restart your family lineage. You get to break them generational curses, you know what I'm saying? And come to the continent, build a family, grow with an African man or African woman. And also, the family lineage and legacy gonna be able to sustain because you around all your people. Versus being in America, we be marginalized because we around all the bazungu. They the judges, the doctors, the hospital owners, the politicians. You know, we dealing with, you know, so much of that infighting with them. You know what I'm saying? But when you come to Africa, you ain't got to deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Africa has its issues, but for the most part, you ain't got to deal with all the bullshit we had to deal with in America when you come here. You see what I'm saying? So just my perspective for me, being an African American that relocated to Kenya, I'ma say, man, y'all got to get the fuck over here, because America is falling, and America has made us a traumatized people. We are a traumatized people. You know what I'm saying? So when you come back to Africa, you get to heal from that trauma. You know what I mean? You get to heal from that trauma. You get to basically start over. Like when I relocated to Africa, like I really actually felt like a newborn baby. I felt like I'm getting my youth back. And also in Africa, you don't have to rush so much. You know what I mean? You can have a work-life balance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is very important.
Yeah, which is very important. And also, being in Africa, you don't have to rush your development how you do in the West. Your development can just naturally unfold because you where you're supposed to be. And also, Africa has a slower pace of living. And with a slower pace of living, you can actually heal as well. Take your time, unpack everything you've been through, so you can be a healthier version of yourself for the people around you, the African people around you in your community, and also for your future family you decide to create. You see what I'm saying? And if you got children, you know what I mean, bring them in here as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just for people that ain't got no kids that's single. You know what I mean? Africa for the Africans, Indian everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is our continent.
Yeah, they should visit and weigh out the pros and the cons. Yeah, then they can choose.
Yeah,
what they think.
That's deep. That's deep. That's powerful.
Yeah.
And also for Africans like who try to say, like African Americans or melanated people of America who try to say like I ain't African or I'm indigenous to America, my family didn't come from Africa, things of that nature. Some of them be saying that, some African Americans be saying that they be running with that I'm indigenous to America type thing, you know what I mean? So what do you have to say to people with that mentality, you know what I'm saying?
You know, sometimes mentality is also brought up by how someone was brought up in their homes.
How they was taught,
yeah, maybe their parents did not really tell them about their history. So someone just grew up knowing that they're Americans, they're not Africans, you know. But I think they should also, with the modernization and the social media, everything is out there. They can just go into the social media, and just find out for themselves. You know, you should not be ignorant or just
especially
live
in the
with
age of information.
So you should also find out more about things. Be curious at least, so that you can really find your path and your way.
Nah, that's deep. That's powerful. Cause the thing is, Africans, we were everywhere. We were in China, we were in India. Even before there was a split between like Saudi Arabia and Africa. Africa was also connected to Saudi Arabia. You see what I'm saying? So the original Arabians were Africans. The original Mexicans were Africans. The original Chinese people were Africans. And the history, the history is there. You know, the information is out there. So it ain't nothing I'm just making up or talking about. The history is out there. So what I'm saying was, Africans were also in America before slavery, before we went over there. So like some African Americans want to be like, we are not African, thing of that nature. Yeah, because we moved to Africa. We migrated to Africa. You see what I'm saying? But we do come from Africa. You see what I'm saying? And then when you think about it, it's like, why are all Africans in Africa in particular? And you not an African? Come on now.
They should find out more.
Yeah, they should find out more
of information.
Definitely ignorant for sure. But yeah, man, and I appreciate you for joining me on this episode, and it was a very, very beautiful conversation.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, asante sana, actually.
Karibu.
Asante sana. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Peace, y'all. Peace and love. Peace. While you at it, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want them OG slides so you can be stepping like an OG, the link is in the description. And if you need your original God's phone case to show these people you the real OG, link is in the description of the YouTube video. Check it out. If you need you a trucker hat, link is in the description. And if you want an OG shirt to represent the power that you possess, hit the link in the YouTube description. And if it get a little chilly outside and you want to still be stepping like an OG, get you an original God's hoodie. Link in the YouTube description. Oh yeah, and don't forget to grab your copy of the book, man. Get this divine wisdom. Get a book that reminds you of the power of yourself. Grab your copy of that You Are the Blueprint, knowing yourself so you can know your path. It's a must read.